Hello and welcome back to another Open Mic UK video on artist development. Today we're going to talk about getting you signed to a record deal. In fact, 13 ways of improving your chances of getting signed. As you might know, getting a record deal's not that easy. They're quite selective, those record labels. Gotta keep nibbling at them and give them reasons why you are better than anybody else out there. Record labels sign artists and are there to help promote them, to push them out there, to support them when creating music. They are responsible for going out there, finding the talent, and then often compete with other record labels when signing them. When you're signed to a record deal, it's the label's duty to arrange producers, studios, videos, marketing, and physical production of your finished works. So here's a few tips to help you stand out. First of all, create your own style. To get a record label, you need to stand out. You need to be unique. You need to be special. You need to be something different. It's not easy, and it may even take some time, but over that period of time, you can find your own distinct feel, an identity in you, your music, and your look. Originality is key. It will help you remain relevant and will make you more memorable with your fans. 2. Get into that recording studio. Record labels need you to make records, need you to prove that you can do what you say you do. And you performing, you creating content gives them a kind of reason to consider you more. It proves that you are capable of laying down a good performance and going out there and trying to grab that brass ring for yourself. You may think you're a brilliant performer, but sometimes it doesn't pan out that way when you're creating a recording. Find a producer or an engineer to work with and then really kind of collaborate with them to get to know each other, to get to know your sounds and your weaknesses, your strengths, and see how you can improve. 3. Make your live show amazing. Not only do you need to create content, but you need to prove that you can captivate an audience. You need to get noticed, so you need to perform. You need to get out there and do what they are looking for. Not only that, it gives you another learning experience. It improves your musicianship. It gives you those social skills. It gives you that networking base. You talk to people, you find people. It helps you build your long-term brand and meet other music professionals. Most record labels send their scouts to singing contests and events like that. Maybe a local festival that you've signed up to busk or perform at. The more you perform, the more eyes you get seen by, and the less likely you are to be just missed entirely. Record label A&R scouts take a lot of time to go out there to gigs, to look, to share, to see the atmosphere, to intertwine with other artists and performers. And if you're there somewhere, even if you're just starting, performing, creating your own content, that's where they will find you. Impressing them with a live show is pretty much essential to getting a record deal. 4. Make the best music you can. In fact, always focus on creating more and more content, more and more music. Maybe making stuff that the record labels like, but still fits your sound, your unique brand. Record your rehearsals, listen to them back over and over again, see how you can tweak, improve, make your sound amazing. Learn more about songwriting and production. Maybe that can level up the quality of your music. Maybe you know that's how you perform that's how you set yourself up, that's how you sing things better, that's how you propel the sound a bit more. If you take small, finer steps going forward, those 10, 20, 30 little tweaks now make you 10, 20, 30 times better down the line. They want you to take the world by storm. They want polished artists that know their skill and their trade and that can earn them a profit in the long run. So be dedicated and professional to your craft. 5. Practice recording and performing. If a record label has one expectation from you, it will be that you never stop practicing. Find time for daily rehearsals. On your way to work, on your way home, when you're chilling in the evening, sing to your friends, sing to your family, sing to your pet cat. If this is going to be your dream career, if this is truly what you want, you need to be dedicated to it. You need to memorize all your lyrics, looking after your voice, you need to create content, and most of all, continue to improve. Maybe even go out and find a coach that can help you with your instruments or to improve your vocal style. The more skills you learn, the more feedback you can get, the better you will be, the more of a polished product you could be for a record label. Number 6, and quite important, learn more about record label deals. You may be hunting for one, but do you truly know what that means and what that could mean for you going forward in future? Studying the industry gives you a foot in the door, an understanding of what you may be coming up against. Maybe hunt out some work experience, try and see how some of the big boys or signed professionals act, perform, look after themselves, set up their gigs, go about booking live performance, that kind of thing. You're more likely to get signed if you're already engaged, active, actively within that environment, actively within the industry, because you're bubbling around the right people. The more you're likely to discover the culture of the industry, the more you're likely to be part of the industry and be able to integrate it into you, your behaviour, and going forward, hopefully, your lifestyle and career. Number 7, branding and making it consistent. Boost your chances of being found online. Make sure all of your branding matches. Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, MySpace, SoundCloud, TikTok, any of the social media that you're on, make sure that it matches. Make sure people can look at that and 100% realise it's you. And they can match the accounts together. So, oh, okay, I followed them on SoundCloud, and then I can go and follow them on TikTok. I know it's the same person. Try and have the same theme, the same colour stylings, the same avatar. It needs to be easily identifiable. Try and match the usernames as well, because that can sometimes be a problem. I personally, for example, have a different username on Twitter, Alan Spicer YT, than I do on YouTube, Alan Spicer. Why? Because somebody else got there before me. But if you're setting up your social media in advance, or you're willing to change to make them unified across the way, that will help you and your brand stand out. Your favourite colour scheme, your favourite sayings, your favourite links, your website, that kind of thing, they all become the same story, the same message, and it amplifies you out there. Making sure that you pop on those social networks with some fantastic pictures, some fantastic clips, maybe even some merchandise, because it's even better if all of your fans are walking around advertising you. People will be like, who is that? And is she signed? Well, I'll talk to my talent scout and we'll see. 8. Be active on your social media. There's nothing more annoying than your favourite artist being completely dead to the world. Not replying, just they've got a way to contact, but they never reply. They post up their media stuff and their promotion stuff and it's like, buy this, but I don't care if you interact with me. People buy people. So if you've got social media and you interact with people and you win one fan after another by communicating with them, by talking to them, maybe they can give you feedback. Maybe that is the tweak that you need to make that song amazing, to stand out and be found by that scout. Also, if you have a very large social media presence and you're not signed, that's a huge flag to a record label that look, she or he has got their own audience that can already demand their own authority. One good example of this is Emma Blackery. As far as I'm aware, when she was promoted on Apple and Apple's live stream, she was unsigned. She continues to push out her own content and her own albums unsigned. But she has a huge social media presence. And trust me, the record label knows who she is. It's just whether or not she's choosing to stay on a record label or wait for that better deal. But her social media is one of the reasons they would be trying to bite at her heels to get her to sign. 9. Build that devoted fan base. Just like I said with Emma Blackery, the fact that there is a base there, there's a social media presence, your fans will promote you. Your fans will tell other people about you. They are your free marketing. They are wearing your t-shirts and going to your gigs and listening to your music and sharing you out on places and adding you onto playlists. They are your marketing machine. And the louder they get, the more likely somebody else is listening and might sign you. For the last 2 years in the UK, there's been a YouTuber that's promoted a charity single for Christmas #1, got it 2 years in a row, beating huge record labeled, huge artists, and all because they had a devoted fan base with the right message. So if you can push that song with your fans, they can't ignore you anymore. 10. Make connections with labels. Deliberately put yourself in situations where you can bump up against scouts. Deliberately go to talent events. Deliberately go to competitions. Deliberately go to gigs where you know there's going to be some kind of media attention. Go to conferences, masterclass, events that are in your industry to mingle with people. So they know who you are. They know you're floating around. They get to know your name, get to know you by kind of reputation. At these masterclasses, you'll get to meet people face to face. You'll get to shake hands. You'll get to ask questions. They'll get to know that you're buzzing around. They may be interested. They may be intrigued. They may put you on a piece of paper somewhere to keep an eye on over the next year or so. This is your chance to make an impression. This is your chance to get your name in the back of someone's head for when they need you, when they're looking for something unique. You to perform in the long run. 11. Get into their head and think like a record label. Record labels want music that has the power to make an impact, not only for them, but their artist. They want you to stand out. They want you to have commercial viability. So you need to be thinking that, yes, you're making content that you like, you're making songs and albums that everybody would like because they're you, but you also need to think, are they commercially viable in the big scheme of things? Would that specific record label want this on their label? Keep your specific audience in mind and toe that balance between uniqueness, commercially viable. Because if you're not marketable, no matter how fantastic you are, they can't push you anyway. 12. Collaborate with other artists. Just like YouTube this thing that you are watching me on, collaborations can be very powerful. You get to combine audiences, you get to be seen by other people, and you may be lucky that the person you're collaborating with might have done the legwork, might have that scout in the crowd, and you collaborating with them now puts you in that frame as well. It gets you noticed, it gets you seen. Or if you're collaborating with someone that's already signed on a record label, that could be your audition, effectively. That's your way of saying, hi, I'm here if you want me, look, I can do all this and I'm available. 13. Try and work with a manager. You ideally want to spend most of your time honing your skill, your music, your brand, your look, your skills, your brain, your knowledge. You want to sing better, you want to perform better, you need to focus on creative. Your manager can focus on your business. Your manager could be someone that's your best friend or someone with experience in the industry, but they focus on your business side. They make the connections, they reach out, they plead for a space in that gig or that contest, or just generally get you out there. They should be there to help you with your goals, and then in the long run maybe their own, because if they happen to have industry experience and they're pushing you towards people, it's a win-win in the long run. It might get other names known and other record deals known, and those connections, those bonds grow. Now if you want more tips on how to develop your career, we've got a playlist here. Remember to subscribe to the channel and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.